Merville Quelly, one of my friends from here, from CWC, he was a physical therapist at the time. He was studying to be a physical therapist. And I told him what I was interested in. I told him what I liked. And he said, hey, I think, why don't you try physical therapy? And I was like, I don't even know what that is. And he explained to me what it was and how we help people with function and with movement and mobility. Trying to educate people on, having a healthy lifestyle and making proper choices and decisions in their daily activities. And that's actually how I got started in physical therapy. And then, as you know, I went further and further into the education. I already knew health was important. I already knew it was important to take care of ourselves physically. But as I got further and further down into my education, I realized how big a role, our health played in our lifestyles, in our daily life. And so that's kind of how I got, introduced and how I got into the field of health and fitness and wellness. And I've learned a lot of stuff. I've learned a lot of things through my education and through some of my, my short experience. I just started working recently. But when I was asked to present an AY program, I decided to go back to something that I'm really passionate about, and it's something that I wanted to share some of my knowledge with every one of us here in this room today. So the topic, I think someone guessed it, someone took a wild guess and got it right, is health. And then the topic is, let's talk about health. And the first question that I wanted to ask is and 1 Corinthians 6:20 is where the program is based off of. For ye are brought with a price, therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's. Our bodies, our souls, our spirits, they don't belong to us, they belong to God. So that's something we have to keep in mind. But the first question that I want to ask is, what is health? Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. These are some of the topics we'll be discussing. The definition of health, the dimensions of health, the outcomes of poor health, vital sign check. Now define what are vital signs and how do you check them. New Start definition. New Start is a health program. Us as Seventh-day Adventists, we should be very familiar with that. Exercise and nutrition and why is health important. Our body is a temple. And so the first question is, what is health? Does anyone know what health is, just off the top of your heads, without looking at the definition?
Wholeness, to be whole.
Wholeness. Anyone else? Brother Brown?
First I must say congratulations. And it wasn't a wild guess, because I remember a few years ago, your dad and I were driving to Michigan, to Andrews. And I personally am proud of you that you did well.
Thank you.
And now you're coming back to share your experience, what you have gained there with us.
Thank you.
And thanks for doing that. Health.
If I simplify it, is the proper maintenance of your body. It's just like a car. If you buy a new car and you want to get the best out of it, to be running for many years to come, you have to give it oil, you have to give it gas, you have to change the brake, you have to maintain it, service it. It's just like your body, first of all, you have to, spiritually, you have to allow God to take control of you as an individual. Then you have to eat properly.